Y'all want to hear something scary? Hello guys, welcome to I Started a Joke. This is Lee from I Started a Joke. And I want to start this video off by thanking my cousin Rudy, who gave me the motivation to do this video. He's one of my biggest supporters, one of my strongest supporters. And he said to me, and I quote, "How about tell some good old scary stories, true ones that used to happen to us, cuz come on, 13 minutes of doll videos and Jason masks, getting kind of tired of it. I would list 1,000 reasons to kill yourself, but you are my cousin." So here I am doing a story video, and this is gonna be a creepy story video. So be ready for it, cause it's coming next. So me and my cousin Rudy grew up together. Occasionally, you know, after a church service or something like that, we'd be able to, you know, ask our moms if, you know, one could go over to one's house, me go over to Rudy's house, Rudy come over to my house. Rudy always had a super cool toy, so we always wanted to go over to his house. So that's what we did. We went over to his house one day. Before we went to his house, though, we stopped at Furs. One of the best spots. If you're 98 years old or older, chances are you even at Furs. Or if you're 15 years old or younger, you've been with your grandma and grandpa when they ate at Furs. So Furs is a buffet, and that's where they serve mashed potatoes and, you know, green beans. And it's kind of like it's a restaurant. It's a restaurant. One day we go there. We're my Aunt Dina, my grandma, my cousin Rudy, and his brother Mark. So one day after church service, we go there. We're in line playing around, and you know, we're messing around and we're talking about Bloody Mary. We're talking about all the stuff that everyone talked about whenever we were, you know, kids. You know, Candyman, Bloody Mary, all that type of stuff. All the scary, juicy stuff, you know. And me and my cousin, me and Rudy decide, hey, you know, let's go to the restroom and do Bloody Mary. And it's actually pretty funny because I remember Mark, you know, we must have been, you know, 12, 11, and his brother Mark must have been like 8. And I remember Mark almost crying and like saying, "I don't want my brother to die. I don't want my brother to die," which is, you know, funny to think about now. But anyways, we go inside the Furs restroom and we go through every stop, checking to see if anybody was in there. Just there must have been 6 stalls, 2 urinals, and I'm sorry that I'm describing the blueprint for this whole restroom. But anyway, there's no one inside the restroom. So we decide, okay, let's turn off the light and let's do Bloody Mary. What's the worst that can happen? What's the worst that can happen? We check out all your noses, everything's good. We turn off the lights. We have Mark as a lookout. We say, "Hey, Mark, you stand guard. If anyone's coming to the restroom, tell them that's out of service," which is a stupid thing about it, because all they would do is walk up and see a little white Mexican boy, you know, guarding the door, talking about something. Restroom's closed. So here we go, looking into the mirror. Bam, we say the three perfect names of Bloody Mary. Say it 3 times. Now I kid you not, as soon as we hit the last Bloody Mary, the stall furthest to the left of us, bam, slam shut. And that's all you heard. That's all you heard was that door slamming. And as soon as that happened to the urinal, we freaking shot. We run out of the restroom. Mark's asking us what happened, and there's no explanation for it. Some days I look back on it, I'm thinking maybe there was somebody inside the restroom, and they you know, they heard what we were doing, so they, you know, decided to play a little prank on us and slam the door. I mean, we checked every stall. And sometimes I'm thinking, okay, was it Rudy who, like, you know, after we said Bloody Mary, he was gonna do it, but he was gonna make the noise. That's impossible too, because Rudy was right next to me, like dang near digging through my arm with his fingernails as we were doing Bloody Mary, and the sound came from all the way to the left anyway. So once that happened, we run out there. We do not dare tell Grandma or dare tell my Aunt Dina what happened, because Aunt Dina used to be mad. Every time I used to come over to her house and want to tell scary stories and want to watch scary movies, she used to be upset. So we didn't dare tell anybody about it. Fast forward to these days, I don't think my cousin Rudy really remembers. So these days, sometimes me and Rudy talk about it. I'm not sure if he remembers correctly, but I don't know. He's off buying blow darts and stuff, 357 blow darts. I don't know what the boy thinks he's doing. I mean, he looks like he's going to Africa to hunt some frogs or something, or the big old mosquitoes that they have down in the swamps in Africa. Anyway, that's just a story I want to share with you guys, and then I wanted to end it on a note, and this is the truth. For those of you who've seen my speaking in tongues, my whole testimony video of how, you know, I became Christian, how, you know, I came to the Lord, or, you know, I grew up in church or whatever. I want to say something to y'all guys. I may not come off as the smartest guy in the world. I may not come off as the you know, the best guy in the world, the brightest bulb in the brightest bulb in. But look, let me tell you something. I do know what the truth is, and the truth is truth, okay? And I've stood by this saying for as long as I can remember, ever since I heard it. I do not know who I heard it from. I do not remember who I heard it from. But it's something that stuck with me my whole life, and it's actually the truth, okay? Now, the greatest trick that Satan ever pulled on the earth was making the world believe he doesn't exist, but worship him at the same time. Again, the devil has made the whole world believe he doesn't exist, yet at the same time we worship him. Now that's something to think about right there. You know, sometimes, you know, with the music we listen to, the movies we watch, the things we do, the stuff we dance to, we don't realize that we're worshiping him. And so some people get caught up and they say something like, you know, well, we're all children of God. If you have any knowledge of the Bible, read the Bible clearly states, you know, so, you know, at some point they're walking with Jesus, and Jesus asks them, "Who's your father?" And they say, "Well, my father is, you know, from God, the God of the heavens." And Jesus says, you don't know my father. Your father is the devil, and your father is the king of lies. And basically, he's telling them, no, your God is not God. Your God is not my God. Your God is not my father. Your God is the devil. Okay, so obviously we're not all children of God. Okay, there's people who are atheists that don't believe in God. There's people who worship Satan, and there's people who just don't believe in God, and their father, basically their God is the devil or money or whatever it is that they deserve to serve. You know, whether it be, like I said, money, drugs, whatever. That's who their God is. That's pretty much it. I wish I had, you know, I have plenty more scary stories that I would like to share with you guys, but at the moment I don't. Anyway, stay tuned, and I'll have more stories coming to you. I got more stories of me and my cousin Rudy coming up. Me and him, whenever we used to go to Walmart, and we used to steal CDs for no reason at all, because if you ever listen to Lil Jon, Trick Daddy, Tum Tum CD from Walmart, you know that they barely have, you know, 3 words in it. It's always, I went to the... If you're buying a Walmart CD, you are not listening to music. You're listening to nothing but cuts and cuts and cuts and cuts and cuts. Alright? So anyways, that was the video for today. Hope you guys enjoyed. And on a side note, you know, the 15-inch side note that I had before, I'm gonna just, I don't know what I should do, Sandy.